Hey guys, and welcome to PJ's Coin Capers. So I've had a massive week of noodling and been able to do some coin roll hunt videos, and now we're doing the episode. What is it? Episode 36 of Look What I Found, and this is most of the stuff that I found outside of what I videoed. Okay, so there are a few items in here that would have been seen in the videos. Some of the ones in the middle there, some of the dollar coin ones, I think, and I think most of them are ones you haven't seen me find. And I've got piles to the right of the screen of coins that I found during those hunts. But I wanted to show you what else I found this week. So I think in one of my videos this week, I didn't find any of the A to Z coins, and but I did find a few of them as the week went on. So they're the ones up the back there. I won't bother pulling them out. I managed to get a few different cud coins, so like rabbit ears and the like. And so this one here, small little cud at the top row there behind the ear, so that's a rabbit ear. That was a 2008, which seems to be a very common year. This one might have made it onto the video. I think that was a 2016 one, just there. Well, that reminds me of something I need to show you guys as well. I'll jump into that very soon. I forgot about it, but hopefully I can find it for you guys. And this was the little cud on the right hand side here of the big roo on the 2011, which in my book is really tough to find. So I'm going to skip the 50 cents for a moment, just because I want to remember why what I wanted to show you guys. Ah, yes, it's on that one there. Anyway, the reason why I have kept these 2019s, and I want to show you sort of the ratios of what I'm finding from IRBs to JC effigies. Okay, so here I found what I got, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6 there, 5 of the IRBs, just the standard mob of roos, and to 2 of the JC effigies. Now, on one of these JCs, hopefully we can see it. Yep, this one here at the back. Now, if we look at the 2 top kangaroos, okay, I'll try and come in a bit closer. No, actually, we'll try and zoom in a bit. Oh, that was good. So you can see that little, where you would spot a rabbit ear. That's probably the best spot for me to hold it there. You can see there is an impression, and usually I find that kind of little impression. So I'm talking on the coin behind on the back coin. There is a little impression where a rabbit ear would normally be. So in here, you can see that depending on how I hold the light, you can see that they're a little bit deeper impression. Now, when I've found that, it's usually been in a situation where there's been a cud present on another coin. Now, I haven't found any cuds on any of these new coins as yet, but based on what I'm seeing there, I reckon there will be some cuds on the new effigy 2019 coin. So keep an eye out for that, because if that's a low mintage coin with potentially a low mintage error, that will be worth a little bit more than your standard coin. So let's keep moving. So I found the one changeover, probably the worst changeover I have found. You can see how dull it is in respect to the newer coins, but it's still a changeover. A 2014 Mob of Roos, which is a low mintage, 1 million, and certainly worth a few dollars. Not the best one, to be honest. It's a little bit. I probably wouldn't sell it, so that's probably a reason to not keep it. What was this one? 2015, 100 Years of Anzac. I keep these most of the time, depending on the quality and how much shine there is. I do have plenty of them, so I don't keep them all. I think I might have missed one the other day in one of my hunts. I did get a few comments on that one. What have we got here? This was just a nice high-grade missing leg. So underneath the third roux, you should see a little line normally where there would be the roux's leg. In this case, it's missing. So this is a missing leg on the 2015 mob of roux. Let's finish off the dollars and we'll jump into the 50-cent coins. I just kept this one here purely because it was just a nice high-grade 85. Okay, so I pull those out from time to time. The 3 coins, we did go through them during the week, which are the 3 that were not issued or intended for circulation, and I've pulled those 3 out. Probably my pick of the week is certainly the tennis, the Australian Open tennis one, and occasionally you do find these Gold Coast ones. Didn't really do heaps of $2 coin hunts this week, but did manage to find a few coloured coins there. Alright, let's have a look at the 50-cent coins that I found this week, and I've kept them in piles. So these are all the Federation ones that I found. So I've got a Victoria and a Northern Territory. All these guys are between the 2 to 3 million sort of range. Tasmania and a Norfolk Island. So happy with each of those, and these are the 2001 50-cent coins. So they're worth a few dollars each as well. So certainly well worth keeping and collecting. And the other 50-cent coins that I pulled out this really nice 97. It was just too good to leave in there, and it is a fairly low mintage coin. I think it's in the 4 million mark. So when you find them in this grade, they're well worth keeping and adding to a set. A Marbo and a good old ram's head, which wasn't too bad. A little bit dirty, but still a good find, and not really banged up, which is nice. So they're always going to be worth more than 50 cents as well. So that's why I keep those guys. Now, I think we went through all the coloured ones, nothing super special there. So another thing, $2 coins. So these are the 2 different effigies, and I found 3 of each of those. Okay, so just to keep you guys aware of what I'm finding and the ratios I'm finding, and just so we can be collectively aware of what we're finding and where we're finding it around the country. And you guys have been leaving some really good comments, especially in relation to the 50-cent video I did just the other day, and sort of telling us, and there's been some polls on the PJ's Coin Capers Facebook group that you guys have been contributing to and letting us know what you've been finding and what you haven't been finding. So I found 3 of each of them this week. I did find one 2011 $2 coin, the lowest minted Aboriginal Elder, so 1.8 million, I believe. I found 3 of the changeover coins. Unfortunately, none of these were the Alien era coin, but I did pull all 3 of those out of circulation. This is probably my find of the week. I only just found this one tonight before I did the video, and that is it's a broad struck coin, so it's off center, and this one, as far as this is a tilted collar as well, so I'll probably try and zoom in a bit more on that and hopefully get it focused. Now you can see the reading going on around there. It's very much to the one side of the coin, and I'll keep rotating it, and you can see it almost, pretty much drops out before starting up again. So that means it's a tilted collar, and you can see there the distance between the top of the spines and the top of the coin. This is not the most brilliant example, but it certainly is one, and certainly collectible. And some of them, depending on the degree that they're off center, some of them will be missing that SD, because it really starts to nudge into the bottom of the 5. So quite happy with that one. This has got a bit of a raised rim on it, but not too much. 2003 seems to be a fairly common year for this era coin, and yeah, it's always going to be worth more money. I haven't looked recently, but my guess is somewhere between $20 to $35, that sort of range. So for a 5-cent coin, that is a great find, and difficult to find, tough to find. Okay, first time I've ever found one of these in a 5-cent roll. So it's a New Zealand sixpence, 1964. And it almost looks to be, I don't know if they're all like this, I'd love to know. If you guys have these things at all, if I hold this up in that position, it doesn't look very rotated, but I'm not sure exactly where to hold this. Maybe there. It just seems to be pointing off and maybe around 11 o'clock. So I'm not sure if I'm just holding it in the incorrect position. Maybe if I hold that upright and do that, maybe that's the way it's meant to be, slightly. But yeah, I'm not sure. If you guys have them, let me know whether the orientation is slightly off on this. These guys here, they are not silver. They're a copper nickel. So nothing else special about it. But it was just interesting to find one in with the 5-cent coins. This is an interesting thing. I've come across heaps and heaps, like when I go through 5-cent coin rolls, this is what I find a heck of a lot at the moment. But I'm noticing there is a lot of these sort of like almost looks like a double rim type effect. So I actually put it underneath the microscope and zoomed in on the area to the outside of the lettering. Okay, you can maybe see it there. It's like it's slightly discolored and possibly like a matte finish, but I'm finding heaps that look like that. So if we zoom in, we're nowhere near going to be able to see what we're talking about here, but you can sort of see the way that the light is hitting that differently. But when I zoomed in on the microscope, that was interesting, because it's actually like these striations, something like that, like lines that are in sort of a circular style pattern. Okay, and it actually touches the top of the lettering and actually diminishes the strength of the lettering. So I'm unsure how that's exactly happening. If you, depending on the size of your screen, you can see those little lines right now, just on the outer inside rim of that coin, and I'm finding plenty of them. You can see them down the bottom there as well. You can see those little lines everywhere. So I thought that was quite interesting. I don't know what to make of it in some ways. I don't know whether it's from the coin rolling machines, but normally the lines are in a different spot and not uniform the whole way around. So just thought I'd bring it to your attention, maybe get your feedback on it. It seems to be more on one side than the other. So yeah, let me know what you're finding, and whether you're seeing that kind of effect on these 2019 IRB 5-cent coins. Alright, so let's have a look at these other ones down the bottom here. Now, I did find a couple of these as well. I literally probably found 50 of the IRB, so I don't keep those. And I also don't keep the IRB 20-cent coins, but the JCs I found 3, but I find plenty of the IRB, so I'm not keeping those or the 5-cent coins for now. 2019 wise, so IRBs, I found this lot. So what's that, 7, 8, 8 coins there compared to 2 of the JCs. So just to give you a comparison, so 2 of the JCs. Now the interesting fact right now is that over those rolls that I did, and I probably did about 10 rolls, I actually found 3 2011s. So I found more 2011s than I did find 2019 JCs. Yeah, that's right, 29 JCs. So I thought that was interesting that I actually found more of those. And this is our final coin. What did I keep this one for? Oh yeah, I find so few of these. The 2018 10-cent coin, I found one, and I've been looking for other coins, and I almost let this one go by. And I hate to think I might have let other ones go by, but this is the third lowest minted 10-cent coin as we know it right at this moment. Okay, so this is a keeper, and I've found them very tough to find. Others around the country have found them fairly easy, but for me it's always been a little bit more difficult. Alright guys, that is it for today. I hope you've enjoyed this little look at what I've found for this week, and I hope you guys are having some success with your hunts, and I love seeing what you guys are finding on the Facebook group, so thanks for sharing all of that information, and I look forward to bringing another video to you soon. Thanks for watching guys, bye for now.